What's up, guys? My name is Cody, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you all about Madden 18 Ultimate Team. So for those of you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Cody, and my entire mission on my channel is to create content that brings people together to play Madden and also helps them improve so that they can beat their friends and they can be competitive on a worldwide scale at tournaments. And what we're going to be talking about today is how to do that with Madden Ultimate Team. So one of the things that we're going to find out shortly when Madden 18 is released is we're going to find out tournament schedule, tournament dates, and also, more importantly, how to qualify for those tournaments. And what we've seen in the past is that Madden Ultimate Team is actually the primary way that you're going to want to qualify for a Madden 18 tournament. And what I want to do today is talk to you about the biggest, most important thing for you to do in Madden Ultimate Team to build your team, and that is simply this. The first thing you need to do is you need to work with the solo challenges. So solo challenges, you'll hear me talk about it. You'll probably hear several other people talk about it. Are are essentially a way to basically trade time for money. So you're going to play some challenges normally, and they all are against the computer. You're going to accomplish a couple of different tasks, and then the MUT community is going to give you some coins in exchange for the time you spent beating the challenge. That is one way to do it. The second way, and I suggest doing that at first. So I suggest doing that at first and knocking out the challenges that are easy to complete that you can do in your sleep and really until you get bored with it. And then once you get bored with it, you should have at that point enough cash, enough MUT cash to buy some budget players. And so what you want to do is you want to look for players that are good in specific areas. You want to identify critical areas for your team. So the first and foremost critical area that I look at every single year is quarterback. That's the number one position for me because he has the ball in his hands the majority of the time. He makes a lot of the plays on the field. When you're picking your quarterback, you want to find a good budget quarterback, and you can stay tuned to my channel, and there's probably other channels that will have that information for you. But once you find someone that you trust that tells you, okay, go with this budget quarterback, then what I want you to do is buy the quarterback. Normally try to keep that under 2,000 coins, because again, when you're just starting out, even though the quarterback is the most important position on your team, that you still have to save some money to put it to other areas like your running back, your defensive line, that kind of thing. And so you want to stay tuned to my channel because we're going to be doing a series teaching how to find a budget player in every single position for Madden 18. But that's the second thing, is to find budget players and identify what are your top priorities. So for me, it goes quarterback, wide receivers, halfback, and then I worry about my defensive secondary, and then I worry about my user player, and then I worry about my linebackers, and then I worry about my defensive linemen, and then lastly, I worry about my offensive line. Now, depending on the way the game plays, that can change, but you will know that just by staying connected, playing the game. You're going to be able to figure out, what are the primary positions that you need to be effective. For example, this season, it's pretty much you need a solid two corners to play cover two. You need a quarterback that can make all the throws. You need a running back that has good trucking. And then after that, everything else kind of is okay to deal with. So, anyways, the reason I'm saying that is you need to, the biggest takeaway for you guys is to identify the areas on your team that you need immediately and then find those budget players. If you can keep them in your budget, the idea is the more you can save on a player allows you more money to put towards other resources. One other thing that I wanted to talk about as it concerns Madden Ultimate Team is this idea of sniping, and I want to kind of debunk it a little bit. What I would suggest to you guys is getting immediately into the competitive scene is important once you have a base roster. So you'll play solo challenges, you'll rank up, you'll get some coins, and then what will happen is you'll be able to build a full lineup of budget players, and I call it the budget ballers every single year. So once you build your lineup of budget players, then instead of continuing on solo challenges, in my opinion, it's actually more effective for you to get immediately into the community, immediately into the MUT competitive scene. And normally, the way that you'll qualify for a Madden 18 tournament is by having your rank up in the MUT leaderboard. So to me, it makes perfect sense to play whatever it is. Is it salary cap? Is it head to head? Is it draft champions? Normally, what they'll do is like the first time a year, it'll be draft champions. And so I would recommend playing draft champions actually for the first, segment of time. If it's that, if it's salary cap, then again, you have another matter on your hands. Normally, it's going to be salary capped or draft champions. So to me, um, the first part, once you get the game, I would run right into solo challenges, learn the most effective strategies to to win a game in a solo challenge, and then start building your coins, your budget, your starting point. Once you have, about I would say about 10,000 coins. Really, you could probably do it with 5,000 coins. Um, Once you have that many coins, then you want to start building your budget squad. Or, and again, this is a big or, because the key here is if the draft champions is the first game that you're going to need to master to qualify for a tournament, then I would recommend going through draft champions first. And or if you don't even want to get into the competitive scene, for those of you guys that don't want to get into the competitive scene, then play draft champions, because what draft champions will do is it will basically kill two birds with one stone, because you'll be getting coins if you win. You won't have to worry about the quality of your team because everybody has the same quality. And then secondly, and more importantly, you're going to be able to figure out what cards are actually good versus what cards are actually bad. Not even looking at the ratings, but just learning how they play in the game, that kind of analysis. So again, I want to recap this video by basically telling you essentially what I want you to do when you start playing in Madden 18 is, for when you're playing MUT, the first thing you want to do is get into solo challenges. I would say play solo challenges for maybe the first day or two of Madden 18, just to kind of get a feel out for how the game plays, and secondly, to get you some MUT coins. The next thing you want to do is figure out where is the tournament. So is the tournament on Xbox, or excuse me, is the tournament on Draft Champions? Is it on, or is it on salary cap? Is it on head to head? What is the tournament on? If it's on Draft Champions, then start playing Draft Champions 100% of the time. If it's on salary cap, start playing that mode, and you just start playing that mode and ranking up. And the more you win, the more coins you will receive. To me, sniping is in my opinion, it's a little bit of a waste of time because the ROI is just simply not consistent. You cannot consistently expect to make a lot of money sniping players. In my experience, I've tried to do it year after year after year. I try to do it, and I just never seem to get the same ROI that I do for just playing a lot of games and winning the games. To me, that is the key, because it does two things: the more you win, the more coins you get, and also the more you win, the more money, or excuse me, the more opportunities you're going to have to qualify for, Madden tournaments and things like that they're going to be hosting through EA Sports, which will then in turn get you more MUT coins, more MUT coins, more MUT coins. So in essence, if you want to get more MUT coins, you play solo challenges, okay? You build a budget squad, and then you win games. And then the only other way to do it is to say, okay, well, I'm not going to worry about creating my own MUT team. I'm just going to play draft champions for a while, build up some coins, win in draft champions, and then I'm going to take that money that I have won in draft champions and apply it to my new MUT squad. Okay, so a couple of different ideas, different tactics. But again, I think it's so important for you guys to not get so bogged down with it. It's very simple, and a lot of us just really, truly don't want it to be simple. We want to try to find the perfect method. In essence, guys, it's play more games, win more games, find better deals on players. And you can do that through watching my channel. So what I want to encourage you guys to do is, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then what are you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe. And then the last thing I wanted to do is encourage you guys to start thinking about something new we're going to be doing on this channel. As you guys know, I'm going to have Madden 18 guides coming out in the next season. And one of the things we're going to do to get you guys, to save you guys some money on that, is for you to start bringing people to the channel. So what we're going to do is start trying to think of friends, start inviting friends to the channel. And the more friends you invite to the channel, to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, that kind of thing, that's going to actually save you some money on our guide when we launch it in, I believe, in August 28th. So we're going to have the guide set up to go by August 28th. So if you want to purchase it, then let me know and we will get you guys some information shortly. Anyways, thank you guys for your time, and be sure to start inviting your friends to join the team over here, subscribe, because it's going to be a lot of fun when we get